What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up, Parsa? My man. There's storm Madison yet. Still snowing. Started snowing middle of the day yesterday. What's up, Rob? It's snowing ever since, pretty much. Slippery as shit out. Where are you in Canada, man? Yeah, if you want to, go for it. Ice storm again, sure. Luckily, I live really close to the gym, so I only had to walk like 3 blocks. Montreal, Waterloo. Okay. Bunch of Canadian dudes out here, huh? 5 centimeters of ice, shit. That's like 1.5 inches. That's a lot of ice, shit, man. What the hell? Yeah, it's pretty icy out here too. Madison's pretty good about salting though. Help. It's coming there. I'm not sure how bad the storm's supposed to get, but if it keeps up, it's gonna be pretty brutal. Fucking middle of April. Fucked up. Why do I live here? What the fuck? Should move to like the Bahamas or something. What up? The Darius show. Yeah, where is spring weather? What the fuck? We had one day last week, it was like 75 degrees. And it was so nice. And the next day it was like 30. Fucked up. Sapungi. Oh, not strong enough. Canada has 2 seasons. Winter road construction. Do the same thing in Wisconsin. They already started road construction actually. So we're combining the seasons now even. Fucked up. What fucked up? Roads aren't even good here. They do so much road construction. And roads still suck. I don't get it. I don't know. No Thrall fanboys there. That's too bad. That was pretty funny yesterday. I bought these fucking like dried pomegranate bits because they're like at the checkout at the store yesterday. Pretty fucking good. I've never been to Montreal. I've been to Toronto. That's about it in Canada. Aloha, Paulo. So I used to be a part of this gym group, I guess, called Jim Jones, out in Salt Lake City. They got kind of famous for training the crew, the cast and crew of the movie 300. And the guy who founded it, Mark Twight. Yep. Mark Twight, he was a really, really good alpinist. Oh, here we go. Here's the Alan Thrall mindset guy. Anyway, so yeah, Mark Twight is one of the best alpinists of all time. Super, super good. And he founded the gym. And he handed it over to this man called, well, he called himself Bobby Maximus, some repo. Handed over to this guy named Bobby Maximus, he calls himself Bobby Maximus, his Robert McDonald. And sadly, the gym went to shit. It used to be a really hardcore gym. But then this Maximus guy, he wanted to get famous, so basically all I started doing was fucking dips, push-ups, and pull-ups with body weight even, and weights. I post pictures flexing every day, and this used to be like a super hardcore gym where, like, you had to earn your spot and stuff. Really good. I was certified there. Well, there were level 1 and level 2 certifications, which was awesome. Like, you had to row you had to row a sub 7-minute 2,000 meter row. Otherwise, you're not so politely asked to leave. So I had to actually earn the certification. It wasn't just like show up for a weekend and then here you go. It was pretty sweet. Yeah, but I just went to hell after Dwight handed over to this Maximus guy. But they're trying to revamp themselves again as a hardcore place. So I think they used to have a bunch of military contracts too. They lost a lot of them, I think. I don't know I'm telling you this. I just saw it popped up that they're live streaming. It was kind of sad because it used to be a really cool, sweet place. How did I get into personal training? Oh yeah. What the fuck is this John Johnson? I didn't even say it was hardcore. Anyway. Sunday warm. Fuck you, man. I'm jealous. How do I get personal training? Well, I have a degree, and how to get into it. I guess like my whole life has just been about sports and like training and stuff. Like ever since I was little, I've like technically trained every single day of my life, pretty much. Obviously, I wasn't lifting weights when I was a kid, but and it's something I really enjoy, something I'm compelled to do every day, and it's just it's fun. I guess I want to do something in my life that's fun, that I enjoy. Definitely didn't want to work at a desk job, so yeah, training people is fun. I think it's really rewarding. I think a lot of people who get into personal training, I think most people reach out of it within like 2 years. That's because like I think in a lot of people's minds they think like the act of training is inherently fun. Like, oh, I'm gonna count this dude's reps up to 8. That's gonna be fun. It's not. Like seeing people progress. That's what's fun. Like seeing someone go from like deadlifting the bar to like, I don't know, 300 pounds or whatever it happens to be. That's fun. Sitting there being like, okay, do 5 sets of 3. That's not fun. But interacting with people, seeing their progress, seeing how they develop with the person outside the gym as well. Like I'm friends with pretty much all my clients. Like I hang out with a lot of them too. It's important. Oh shit. That thing is so good. I know. There's a secret to deliciousness. Dried pomegranate. So good. A lot of sugar. The sugar part was hilarious. I was kind of sad after like Netflix bought the rights, because like the production quality got too good. Yeah, there's a lot of sugar in this. It's like this bag has 2.5 servings. A tiny fucking bag. Look at this thing. So each serving is 23 grams or 22 grams of sugar. Do you do binge drinking with your clients? A few of them. Just want to start an online PT. Be good in person first. Like, you've never trained someone in person, you have no business training someone online. Haagen-Dazs. Funny story about Haagen-Dazs. So, the words just made up. The guy is an American dude. He thought it sounded Danish. They made up the words. And then some other company who was selling similar food product, it wasn't ice cream though, also made up a Danish sounding name. And then Haagen-Dazs sued them for ripping off their made up name basically. And they actually won. I think Alan Thrall does like 406 pound, 3 seconds stop deadlift. Once he can snatch grip 405, pause for 15 seconds, maybe I'll respect him. First thing like that. Yeah, it did, right. Yeah, once Netflix bought it, they made like movies and stuff. It just kind of went downhill. Plus, they're all getting kind of old. Yeah, there's only been like one, it seems. Like putting them in timeout yesterday, I guess, ended that. It's not like, no. At least understand that he's not anything, I guess. I don't know. Like he posted some. What's up, Ronan? He posted some. Yeah, it sounds like I'm stalking him. It was sent to me. Of one of his this like older ladies training squatting. Before and after. And her before like didn't look great. It wasn't the worst thing in the world by any means. Her after, all of a sudden doing the hip drive, starting extending squat was the ugliest thing I've seen my entire life, and was just begging for that old lady to get injured. Hideous. Oh my god. See Fubar, it's a great Canadian. I haven't heard it. Thanks. It's a little messy. I didn't combed it today. I'll check out Fubar. See Alan's video on personal training. You should really read up on your material if you want to be any good. Your culture is fine. What are some standards you think would qualify someone as a personal trainer? So this is kind of an oxymoron. To be a good trainer, you need to be doing it for a while. Like everyone, including myself, when your first few years when you're training people, you suck. You're just bad. That's right. It's an experience for one thing, because there's a lot of things you've learned. You're not going to read in a book. You're not going to read online. You're not going to find a video about it. It's an experience, honestly. That's the biggest thing. You should have a sports background for sure. I would never trust anyone who doesn't come from some kind of sport. It doesn't matter what the fuck it is. If it's a ping pong, fine, whatever. But some kind of sports background for sure. Someone who listens, someone who is strong themselves, or not necessarily strong, they'll be strong, but they should, their goals should be somewhat aligned with yours, honestly. Like, I have trained people for marathons, but I'm probably not the best person for that. Like, I know the science behind it. I used to run when I was younger, so that helps me, but I'm not the optimal person for that, obviously. So you should have some kind of alignment. If you're hiring a trainer and they're not paying attention to you, they're on their phone, shit like that, fuck them. Alan said he regularly snaps something in the lower back. Alan's around it. 2 squat 15, good, sure. More milk. What fitness YouTuber would you like to collab with most? I'd like to talk to James Strickland. His channel named Swim Hack. Strong fucking bencher. Strong overall too. But excellent bencher. I'd talk to him. That'd be interesting. Thinking of running a conjugate. Any advice? Read everything you can about it. Listen to the Westside Barbell podcast. A lot of good information there. Buy the books. Yeah. About it. No advice. Oh shit. There's a lot of these. I'll throw a collab if he wants. Is it normal to feel sore in your retros? Yeah, more than quads after front squats. Yeah, you're probably rounding for one thing. A lot of people have really bad thoracic mobility. They're when they're front squatting, they have their fingertips and they're kind of rounded over. So learning how to have full thoracic extension. Like Olympic weightlifters, why like when they hold a front squat, their arms are almost straight down. It's because it's their thoracic spine, nothing else. What do I listen to most next to metal? I listen to a lot of classic rock. The April snow at the gym. Good luck, my friend. I got a friend that started going with me to the gym, and he's the first person I ever trained. I feel like I need it sometimes because it's hard to explain things that come natural for me. That's the thing. You have to. That's one that comes from experience. Like just because you know how to squat and you know, getting random people to squat is different. Like universal cues. That's part of the reason they're bad is that they just don't work for everyone. Like saying someone to like teach them a deadlift, like like just hinge at the hips. A lot of people can't hinge. Like that's a big problem for a lot of people, and getting people to figure that out, giving certain cues is really important for trainers like normal people. When I go to super training, Mark Bell seems fucking weird to be honest. I mean, he is fucking weird. I think I would definitely go though. I'd actually max out too. It's 500 milligrams of coffee. Probably. He's only eating raw meat? Jesus. For Wisconsin method, would you be able to do that with bench press? Would it be better to do with a slingshot or a long pause instead of touch and go to prevent injury? So it works with bench. You tend to stall pretty fast. It works better with like dumbbell pressing, and like I do those incline dumbbell benches. I kept that going for quite a long time. I wouldn't necessarily do a 1 rep max. I'd probably do like 3 or 4 reps at a time and do small weight increments. Favorite Zeppelin album? One. First one. Jason Blaha, super training. That'd be interesting to see. Jason Blaha anywhere with like people would be interesting to see. My friend in 3 months reached a 3-plate row for 10 reps, bowling 135 pounds on the bench. His row form is pretty solid. I'm pretty strict. How bent over is he? Is he doing a Yates row pretty much? Because then it's like, he probably has a lot of form issues then on the bench. What if we limit to an 80-pound dumbbell? Buy an adjustable. The ones I bought were like $10 at Playing Against Sports. On eBay, you can find some really cheap ones. I don't know, I asked earlier this week, but how did you train before your current system? So, when I was in high school, I was a big runner. I did cross country and track. Track around 400s and 800s. Some 200s actually too. And then, so after that, I trained for rowing mostly. So I was rowing a lot. I usually row 5 times a week. Then I'd lift 3 or 4 times a week on top of that, usually separate from the training. So it was a lot of rowing volume. So the weight training was pretty simple, and it was purely to supplement the rowing. The goal wasn't to get as strong as possible, it was to get stronger at rowing, obviously. So there's a lot of sport-specific stuff. A lot of hip flexor mobility stuff, just to keep my hip flexors happy. But, so I did a lot of that. I trained, like I was talking about earlier, how I was doing like Jim Jones stuff, so I trained a lot of their style. If any of you guys know what Jim Jones is, fucking Google it. Do a lot of stuff which is like a good way to okay way to describe it is like CrossFit with a purpose and a goal, which CrossFit doesn't have, which is the point of CrossFit, but Jim Jones does because it's for athletes and stuff. So a lot of that, and then first dipped my toes in Bulgarian style training when I was rowing, and I started squatting every day. So I'd max out a high bar back squat every day. I did that for 6 months, and then got tired of rowing. So I started actually lifting purely for strength at that point. And I liked the Bulgarian so much that, and I was always a fan of like weird lifts. I always like trying to experiment in the gym. So I started I think I started with Jefferson's the first one I did, and I was like terrible at them too. But yeah, then through doing Jefferson's, I found Eric Bugenhagen's channel, and this is when I was living in Norway, and I was like, hey, I'm coming home for the summer for a couple weeks, and I'm from Wisconsin. You want to hang out or kind of with you, blah blah blah, and then yeah, then we just started training, and then from there and there, just kind of went from there. Wish I could go back a ways. I missed a bunch. Sketchiest lift I've ever done, the weighted like box dips with the SSB on my back. That was definitely sketchiest because there's no way to fail it. Like really torn everything. When you're doing my 495 RDL AMRAP, probably Friday. I pros from Jason Blasma. Is it good? Yeah, honestly. What are the best presses I've tried without barbells? I hurt my shoulder doing squats, and it hurts when I press. But it doesn't bother dumbbells. Incline, decline, flat, overhead, one arm, everything. All awesome. Why is it that when genetic freaks are in their teens, they lift crazy weight but are small? They're probably not genetic freaks. They probably just train a lot harder than the average person. Bar almost touches the floor when he does rowing. Is it a lot of body English, or it's not a bad thing though. I want to go do volume, but I have an ominous feeling in my body that it might violate. How to fix knee caving? Get strong on glutes. Pause squats or lifesaver. Box squats are really good, like the real kind where you sit actual back and come back into it. Really good at fixing that. Bulgarian split squats as well. Yeah, 6 months squatting every day, up to a daily max. So like, some days it'd be like hardly any weight. Some days it'd be crazy. So once I hit high bar, so it wasn't quite at the end of it, but after like stopped rowing, I think I hit 535. I want to say high bar, which isn't like great, but like high bar is pretty significantly weaker than my low bar. I think 535, 545. I'm not sure. Actually, the reason I started my channel is because I'm really bad at like writing down, remembering what lifts I do. So it's like half the reason I started the channel, just so I had like an easily searchable thing to do it. Are rows every day for a long time dangerous? I don't know why that'd be dangerous, but would RDLs in the Wisconsin method be too taxing? Probably. If you choose one exercise for general athleticism, what would it be? Bulgarian split squat. Find high rep rows too draining and hard to progress. Any point trying to still do them? I could try hypertrophy. I typically do like Bulgarian style, like 3 to 5 reps at a time. What's more impressive, a 340 kilo deadlift or 275 kilo bench? I don't know. 275 kilo bench, I guess. Less people doing that. What about super specific powerlifting programs? Going to be starting one tomorrow after 6 months of Westside gains. If you're getting gains from Westside, why are you stopping? That's my first question. But they're good for some people, bad for others. When they're super specific, like you never know how your body's going to be any day. And some days you might get 8 hours of sleep, you might have eaten everything perfectly, a bunch of broccoli, whatever. But then you're weak as fuck in the gym. But if you have a very specific program, like you gotta hit 535, like you might not be able to some days. But on the other hand, it's good because even when days you're feeling like shit, sometimes it's like, well, I gotta do this. I gotta hit my 535 for 5 or whatever. So it kind of works both ways. Super specific ones can be either really beneficial or pretty detrimental, I think, depending on the person, really. Do like static holds for core strength? I think they're useful, like planks and stuff, yeah. If you're gonna do planks, like hard style planks. Any kind of food I should try when I go to Norway? Eat a bunch of the like pastries and stuff. Avoid lutefisk, it's fucking nasty. Rockfisk, that's fucking even worse. Avoid those. Norwegian food's pretty bland in general. Nothing's like super crazy special. You can get some whale there. It's pretty expensive, but if you want to eat whale, I had it once and I felt really bad eating it. Have you ever watched Joe Rogan's podcast, Dorn Yates? I have watched it actually. I don't watch a whole lot of Joe Rogan because I think his podcast is really, really interesting. He gets some really interesting guests on there, but he's kind of annoying. And he never like fact checks himself, which is kind of, and he's wrong a lot. Oh, someone disliked my live stream? No. How did I find myself in Norway? Do you know someone? Just fly over and figure it out. So my dad's from Norway. So I have dual citizenship, and I had never actually been there. I didn't speak the language. My dad never really spoke it to me or anything. But I decided to move over there after 2 years of college here. I moved over there and did everything else there. Yes, I moved over on a whim pretty much. Just felt like it. It was the right time. I was there for about 7 years. So I can speak the language now. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I figured it out. I have some family members over there, like distant cousins and shit. It's okay to point toes out on conventional deadlifts. To an extent, yeah. Unilateral leg exercises for hypertrophy? You're asking if they're good? Yes. Or specific exercises. Do you think single leg work is beneficial for strength athletes? Definitely. Static holds, like just standing with a fuck ton of weight without belt. Not really. Farmer's walks are more beneficial if you're actually moving. Looks. Searcher holds for core strength. They're okay. Better walking with it again. I don't know what a good weight is. What up, Ultra? My French brother. That's an overspeed eccentrics with banded leg curls for building up connective tissue in the knees. Yeah, I think if you're doing it intelligently. Do I watch Ash for the Evil Dead? I haven't started it though. I've sadly not seen it yet. Have I had sexual intercourse with a Norwegian blonde? If so, would you recommend? Yes, many good-looking Norwegian blondes too, and I would recommend it. Worst gym experience? I don't know if I have any bad ones. I've never been to like a Planet Fitness though. That'd probably be pretty shitty, I would assume. This is so addicting, my god. I'm doing with GHD, no. What happens either? Probably get a rig one somehow. Squat and dead standards for starting Wisconsin method. There aren't really any. Look up my video. It's how to tell if you have a good base. Do the Inman mile again. Yeah, I'll attempt it again this summer. If we ever get a summer. I love the movies. I'll have to watch it. I'm eating dried pomegranate bits. They're so good. I just like bought them there at the fucking checkout at the store yesterday when I was there. So good. So much sugar. It's like, so 2.5 servings. Each serving has 22 grams of sugar. Fucked up. Like, not a whole lot of nutritional content. A little bit of vitamin C, a little bit of vitamin A, some iron. Fucking good stuff. I don't get diabetes. My brother actually has type 1 diabetes. It developed his super late onset. It developed in him when he was 31. He's 32 now. Super late onset, which is really like when you get in your teens, that's normally really late. But he got it, unfortunately, when he's 31. That sucks. Am I a moron for never realizing the importance of quad strength for deadlifts? You're not, but a lot of people don't. Well, the big thing is people like really weak off the floor. If you suck getting off the floor, do some deficit deadlifts. Best thing you can do. Not snatch grips, deficit deadlifts. So on the note, do you have any recommendations for injury proofing your knees? I started experiencing trouble once I got to 530 high bar squat. Hamstring curls are great. Good mornings. A lot of single leg stuff. Ball gains for squats, lunges. What else? Those are probably the best things you can do. Honestly, hamstring curls are amazing for your knees. Everyone's like, part of that's like starting strength fault when it was like going through Reddit, and that was like the program everyone recommended. It's like, oh, that's all you need for, they'll get everything you need. Oh, all you need is squats and shit. But honestly, like, so there's a big pushback against using machines and stuff. So use them. Best quad builder for size, probably leg extensions. Let's see. Do like banded hamstring curls too. Pausing, doing half rep bent, like stuff like that. Like good back extensions. Chinese arches. With what historical figure would you like to train? What's his name? Milo of Cretan. He's a guy who like took a baby ox, I think, and carried up the mountain every day, and it got slowly bigger, and he got slowly stronger with it. So he carried up the mountain and back every day. So that's like the first Bulgarian style training. So I trained with him. You're improving ankles. I think I have a video on it when I was doing the Inman Miles train for that last summer. Basically, like walking on your heels, walking on your toes, walking on the outside of your feet, walking on the inside of your feet. Just like warming up like that. If you're a runner, you should definitely do it. Does it help build ankle mobility and strength? Would you give strongman a shot? I mean, you excel all kinds of movement patterns with barbells and dumbbells. I would. If I was ever going to do any kind of meet, it'd definitely be strongman. I think I'd be pretty damn good at it. I'd have to like get some access to implements though, which would be the problem. There's stiff leg deficit deads. So I think the most hamstring times I've ever had, I did it just to piss off Reddit, with the fitness subreddit. I was standing on, I think, 2 45-pound bumpers, and then I completely locked out my legs and rounded my back as much as I possibly could, and did a supinated strapped grip on the barbell at 405 and deadlifted it like that. My entire life. You're welcome, Lewis. Kelly Snatch, yeah, that was pretty funny. That was one of the first videos I have on here. I was living in Norway still. You got banned from powerlifting? I was banned from fitness for a while, I'm not sure why. But the mythical strength would beat Alan Thrall? Oh yeah. God yeah. Maybe I should do another calorie snatch one of these days to freak people out. I'm not sure I'm mobile enough anymore. Yeah, mythical strength would crush him. What's most way I bent over road? Strict? I'm not sure. I haven't done like a regular bent over road in a long ass time. You tall people have better leverages for behind the back deads. It's not really your height so much as behind the back deads, it's more your arm length for leverages with that. Oh, Yates row. I think I did 405 for 4 Yates row strict when I was actually training them specifically. I think. Oh. What's going on with me and Thrall? Literally all it is. People have blown it out of proportion. I've just been trolling him. No, he's shitty. He's a bad trainer. Weak. Gives mediocre advice at best. Harmful at worst. Part of a smear campaign against 531 and Jim Wendler. It basically started because he's weak, and it was a while ago, I posted, I made fun of him for doing a pause deadlift at super training, basically. So that's what started it all, I think. Because I think I said, like, who the fuck goes to super training and then does pause deadlifts and pause squats with like 285 pounds? But yeah. Thoughts on 20 rep squat program? Want some big old legs? Do it. Exactly right, Ultra. Tempo squats, yeah, tempo squats. I'm not sure he did even 405. But yeah, it's fucking, like, what the fuck wrong with you? Yeah, fixing starting strength. There's a guy training here. He learned the starting strength message. He learned how to squat starting strength style. And it took me a long time to like fix that. Because lo and behold, had back problems. Squat stalled. No legs. Yeah. Max out landmine press. I think I did down here actually. Right. Throw 365-pound pause deadlifts at super training while Rubish attempted 900 with a torn hamstring. Yeah, like, what the fuck has Mark Ripped ever done? Pissed myself at Brian Alstro's video at super training. Here's so-and-so doing 500 for reps. And Alan doing some pause work, 285. Really nice dude. The amount of effort he put in to stay positive. Yeah, I get why Alstro was like associated with him because he wanted to build his channel. But I'm not sure I haven't really watched much of Brian's stuff lately, but I hope he's distanced himself now that he's a little more popular. Mark Ripped actually looks and lifts like a potato. I thought everyone should lift like that. Pretty much, yeah. He claims to get 700 this year. No way. Thoughts on Mark Bell? I think he's done very well for himself. Thoughts on keto diet? Good if you have diabetes potentially. There was a study showing in mice that it might lead to long-term brain damage eventually. Let's see. Increased shoulder mobility for low bar. Like pass-throughs / shoulder dislocates, called two different things. I do some band pull-aparts. The Chinese shoulder stretch, I don't know the actual name of it. You see like Chinese weightlifters doing a lot. Those two are pretty good. Open up your chest a lot. Thoughts on Mark Bell? I think he's done really well for himself. JJ, will you ever max out on curls like Eric? Maybe, I don't know. I don't really plan ahead. Also just a positive guys, logs, continuation sake. Yeah, I like Brian also. What do you think of some of the more dangerous advice Alan gives? Universal cues typically can be relatively dangerous. The way he teaches us how to squat is the starting strength squat, which is just fucked up beyond belief. Stuff like that. It's like little stuff. It's not like people are like to kill themselves, but God, this is good for 700. Brian is pretty positive. Would you beat Logan Paul in a wrestling match? Probably. I feel like Alan Dorado just goes around in circles. Yeah, that's all he does. He made like a 2-part 10-minute video series on fucking explaining RPE. Should take 30 seconds. It's not that complicated. I wonder what Alan Thorell will be lifting a Gabe Bulgarian shot. Probably a lot more. That's on a plant-based diet. About 90-something% eating only plant-based whole foods. I don't fucking know. Why would you not want to eat meat? Best way to pause deadlift 405. Snatch grip with weightlifting shoes on and holding it for 15 seconds right below the knee. What are more boring, curls or presses? For me, pressing is, I'm not into it. But do you think all the rowing, like as a sport, you did contribute towards your arms developing a certain way? I don't think so. No. I don't know. I don't. You can't really change the shape. Like, you're not going to change your muscle insertions. But I don't know. I think maybe you have a really strong lower back and that can handle a lot. Best way to do Popeye forearms, bunch of grip work, wrist curls, double overhand bent over rows. There you go. What's the lift I'm most proud of? My ox lifts. All my best ox lifts, either style, any style. I've done 3 different styles. And behind the back, I did hit 600. I think I hit 620 with a hex bar, and hit 550 with the vocal pull style with the bar in front of me. I'm pretty proud of all those. Yeah, 620 with the hex bar. Awesome hype. Thanks, man. Do you have any future plans? Set up a gym, run for president, curl 405. Yeah, I'll probably open a gym here. Yeah, I own one in Norway, small one. So I'll probably open one here eventually, probably next year or so. Best band for lifting. Every time I die, always gets me hyped up. Meshuggah too. Ever tried ox lift with a chain around the neck? Ooh, if I had a chain, I would. I was just trying to promote body positivity. Hashtag thick boys. Do we get subscriber discounts? Of course. Wageboard is good. I saw that they opened for Every Time I Die when I saw them in Chicago last year, and they're quite good. They're better live than they are recorded. I thought. A little heavier. Hell yeah. You're more than welcome, Ultra. Take them on a marathon. Those are good too. Is there anything wrong with Thrall's 5-step deadlift video? It uses universal cues. What's wrong with it? But it's crazy ox and vocal lifts and you don't. Mad heavy with your deadlifts. I don't like doing deadlifts. It's kind of like people are upset that I don't do deadlifts. Or, oh, just do it. Just do one day of deadlifts. But like, you got only a certain amount of days on Earth, and I'm not gonna even waste one doing something I don't like doing. How would I do that? You know. It's like telling a basketball player, like NBA player. You know, it's like, no, I'm not saying like you personally, man, but like a lot of people are like, just it's like telling a basketball player, just see if you can hit a home run. Just see if you can hit it. I know you're an NBA player, but see if you can hit a home run. Just like, you know, go against fucking whoever. Like, why? I don't know. Favorite song on Low Teens? The Coin Has to Say. The breakdown's so fucking good. Dark Throne and Battery, yeah. Don't take Thrall's deadlift advice, lol. Take someone's advice who doesn't take 15 years to pull 600. Amen. Do you earn a lot while owning your old gym? Not really. I earned enough. It was very small. Private memberships. That I've run a clause in a contract where if they weren't working out hard enough, I kick them out. So I kick people out like mid, you know, mid-session. Be like, get the fuck out of here. You're not working hard enough. Got some professional athletes there, you know, stuff like that. So we need a certain environment, and I made sure that environment stayed there. So, it's a pretty cool place. Really ghetto. I generally think Thrall has some form of mental illness. Clearly has a horrible, cringy view of masculinity. Yeah, he does. He also has a cringy view of technique, as do all of his followers, unfortunately, now. They think of, you know, a 315-pound deadlift with perfectly neutral spine is better than someone deadlifting 900 with a slightly rounded spine. It's fucked up. Blaha versus Nether versus Thrall. I'd definitely take Nether in that fight. I work out at a private gym. Someone changed the music, and the owner threw the guy's phone across the room and made us listen to hillbilly music for 2 hours afterwards. Good. Marco. Look at Feigenbaum. He's full of shit too. He's the worst offender in the smear campaign against 531. You should see the shit he wrote on Reddit. I don't know if you guys are on there. Oh my god. He did the same thing that Thrall did in the video comparing to 531. They took triumvirate, whatever fucking pronounce it, and compared that version of 531 to starting strength. They talked about the volume. They ignored all the accessory volume. That doesn't count. And it's just like the most bullshit. Oh my god, it hurt to read. Those partials are memeish, but he's actually pretty strong. I would love to see him do his squat because he claimed 900. So, Charles just lazy. Yeah, I think it's that. He just doesn't know what effort is, I think. I don't know. Heard Feigenbaum quit the starting strength community. Good for him, I guess. But he already fucking did the damage. Grow a beard like Alan Thrall. I would never grow something that hideous. I can actually grow a full beard, so. Yeah, exactly, Ronan. Like, that's why they picked that one, because it was old and it was very minimalist. My best raw bench, 275 kilograms. I've been training for 6 years. I can't even deadlift that. Fuck yeah, man. It's a beastly fucking bench, dude. Jesus. I don't think he's crazy. I know Nether's crazy. Do I have still interset recovery if when I'm doing a compound 9 to 10 rep max, it takes like 3 minutes to recover 4 reps? Wait, what? Oh. Don't take it to failure. I mean, it's not 3 minutes isn't insanely bad. It's not good. Do some cardio. Shit, man. Still, that's a huge bench. Best moment was he complained that there was no one collection of all 531 principles, and someone commented, "Yeah, when I shred a book or something." That's amazing. Do partials or rack pulls count towards real number or lifts? I don't know what that means. They are what they are. It's just a different lift. Like doing a 900-pound rack pull does not mean you can do 900-pound deadlift off the floor, but it counts. So you still did it. Can you do it stronger? And he's like 100 pounds lighter than Thrall. Yeah, it's because he actually works hard. I like Candido, actually. I think his advice in general is pretty good. I don't think I've ever seen anything of his that I've like strongly disagreed with. Rep pulls are kind of useless as mostly an ego move. Depends how you're doing it. But yeah, a lot of times. Literally made a video about that not too long ago. With Eric. Rename starting strength. Mediocre at best strength. Oop. That's about it. I think it's funny people when like someone doesn't progress on starting strength, like, it's because you didn't read the book. Well, I people did, and they read everything. It's just they explain stuff horribly. It's like, oh, if you stall like 3 times, you should get off. It says it in the book. You shouldn't have ran it for 2 years. Like, clearly it wasn't explained very well then. I don't know. Best way to rack pull for a bigger back. That's not the best way to get a big back, but I don't know, snatch grip probably, I guess. I don't know. It's not really the best way to get big. You work your traps, like rhomboids a little bit. You're not really working your lats all that much. Rack pull. What shows the gym doing 6 kilos rack pulls, yeah. But mostly just fat or strength. That's about it. It's like, oh, I put 100 pounds on my squat. How much weight did you gain? I gained 80 pounds. Wow. Our methods are recommended to increase recovery between sets. I can run a mile around 5:30, but still recover slowly. Work on trying to increase your volume to get a better work capacity then. I was thinking the mill's 3x5. Yeah, I mean, either or 1x5 for deadlifts, even dumber. Any advice on sets reps for dynamic effort days for raw benching without bands. So I know typically the natty dudes and the raw benchers, they typically do a little more volume. So like probably like eight to 10 sets of 3 for dynamic effort for bench. Do a ton of snatch, pulling back feels great. Do I do overhead squats? So overhead squats I think are really cool. I'm not particularly good at them, but I don't think they're particularly useful. Just because if they were super useful, you'd see Olympic weightlifters doing them, and Olympic weightlifters never do them, unless it's like just to have fun. But that kind of says something about overhead squats, I think. I think they're really cool. I think they're very, very challenging. But yeah. Best nonfiction book I've read. I really like Death in the Afternoon by Ernest Hemingway. It's his, as far as I know, his only nonfiction book. It's about like bullfighting. It's really interesting. Other than that, I think The Lost City of Z is really interesting. I wish the movie had been closer to the book. Books, it's just really, really interesting read. Like they're like on the edge of your seat. Or unconventional movements using powerlifting. Yeah, powerlifting is what it is. Strongman, I guess, technically does unconventional stuff. What sort of conjugate style training method would you recommend for someone who is new to triangle style training? I mean, conjugate's conjugate, the real one. Like, yeah. A lot of people always ask me to compete. I don't want to because there's no real money involved, so training for that would be boring and not the same passion. I totally agree. Like, so let's say you train for like 6 months, you peak for this one local meet, and what you win, like $100 maybe, or a gift card to fucking Quiznos. Like, is that really worth it? You probably paid, a couple $100 to get into the competition. Or 1,000 kroner. I don't know. Don't worry about beginner, intermediate, and advanced numbers, man. I think Louis Simmons would laugh at unconventional lifts since there is no. He uses a lot of unconventional lifts. I don't think he laughed at them at all. I think he experiments more than anyone, pretty much. Louis Simmons praised the hack dad. I believe it. Yeah, you win the competition and you still walk out with less money than you did when you entered. Powerlifting, to me, I get why people like it. I think it's so incredibly boring. I think too many people do it also. Oh shit, it's a powder now. How much rounding on Jefferson and hack deadlifts is too much? I find that intentional rounded back position for those is much stronger than regular straight back. As long as it's your thoracic spine, you can roll. Like, you shouldn't be at end range of motion at all by any means, but you can round pretty heavily in your thoracic spine. Your lumbar shouldn't really be rounding for either of them. Yeah, I'm not sure if Oliver's trying or not. Yeah. Yeah, unless you're like literally the top, like unless you're half of Bjornsson, you're not making any money. Not from powerlifting. Like you might make it, if you're able to open a gym because of it, maybe or something. Then you might make money. But strongman is way more spectator friendly sport. Hell yeah, it is. No one cares about heavy red plates versus 6 plus a little green one. Everyone knows the tractor is heavy. Yep, I totally agree. Thoughts on Kendidy's way of programming. He never drops the competition list, but does add in some assistance exercises in the more advanced programs that provide most of the volume. So I think some of his stuff's pretty good. I don't think it's the end all be all training. I think his deadlift program's pretty good from what I've read. His bench, I think, is lacking and needs more volume, but yeah. I'm a power lifter, but when I get bored, I do Zercher cycles because I'm fucking sick, but normally just worry about my elbows, arm health. Do you have any valid concerns? I mean, potentially you could possibly tear a bicep. Probably worse than a legs, honestly, doing it for the full Zercher cycle. Putting all that weight on it is probably not all that healthy for him, but I think Zerchers are relatively safe. Powerlifting competition centers out, going to deload and then start lifting stones, yokes, and logs. Looks try my gym. Can't wait for that's awesome. How do you know what a healthy weight is for you? I'm very flexible and can do like 35 to 40 good pull-ups in a row. And I eat the same calories every day, but still keep going up while I'm not trying to bulk. So you're probably eating more than you think you are, I assume. Probably snacking, not counting right. Deficit Zercher, that's so dumb. So you're not strong enough? Mama, oh, what time is it? I gotta actually lift pretty soon. Let's see. Yeah, it's still snowing like a motherfucker. Someone did mention another. Someone always mentions another. You can watch my previous live stream. I talked about him too much. He's a crazy dude, to say the least. I'm gonna go like 5 more minutes, dudes. Puts coffee in his ass. That won't surprise me. I love God of War, dude. I'm so pumped for it. I'm gonna not live for like 3 weeks and be playing nothing but that. What assistance exercise would you recommend for snow shoveling? Shovel deadlifts, probably the best carryover. Or those the landmine and twisting things, you know what I'm talking about? Those two things. Croc rows too. What exercises in your experience work best for back and Bulgarian style? Back strength, back size, croc rows, Yates rows. What else? Pendlay rows work well. Landmine rows of any sort, T-bar or whatever. Okay. What else? I don't know. Pretty cheap meal. Pizza for sure. I would naturally enhance my thoughts. I've glanced over it. I think if you were to put it out now, it would say different things. My train today? I don't know. I'm gonna find a new lift. I think. My boy Ultra here tried doing a snatch grip double overhand deadlift, which is quite the feat of strength. So I'm gonna see if I can beat him. Maybe. Anything? Got pure contempt, dude, for sure. Put me in a room with him, and even if he's deadlifting like 800 pounds magically, I would somehow beat him. In Ontario, we got pelted with freezing rain. Ugh. Yeah, I feel you, man. Wisconsin should honestly be part of Canada. We can bring the cheese. You guys bring the healthcare. Perfect combo. Hang snatch. Probably not today. I'm getting really bored with the snatch stuff, honestly. We'll see if I continue or not. And then press from behind the neck. Oh, like the Klokov Sots press. So fucking hard. Feels like your back's tearing in half. I warm up with them sometimes. There is shoulder pain inflammation. If you do, what do you do for it? I don't get any, but typically working on shoulder mobility is the way to go. Do band pull parts, pass throughs, shoulder circuits. You have like French cheese in Quebec. We don't want that. We don't want like, rotten shit, stinky stuff. Test it before I give up. I might. We'll see. Alan can definitely not bench 400 pounds. He can't bench 215. Is it normal if I literally grab the bar collar to collar, but it still hits me in the balls? Stuff. Your arms are so fucking long. I'm jealous. Like when I'm holding like a regular deadlift, like I'm fucking like above my nuts. My arms are so short. That's one idea. Running overhead press and conjugate instead of bench. Sure you could. Any problems with that? Gotta change accessories and stuff, but how about some jerks? I bet you'd be pretty strong at them. We have limited amount of bumper plates here, so that'd be the reason I wouldn't like. I couldn't put on more than like 275. I don't think we would have that much. No, 275. Like between 295 on I could put on. Just like whatever. Stuff. True. I should specialize in bench, honestly. My short ass arm. Can you lift if you have mild lateral pelvic tilt? You can, yeah. Should work on that though. Why do you have it? Versus embodies upper body strength more. Pause bench or overhead press. Oh my battery shit. I don't know. Both and neither, I guess. I've seen it from the room when they're playing catch in the back alley and the guy trips. What's up, someone? Oliver's going in timeout. Here we go. Timeout. Boom. I'll throw $600. You should check out the comment I left there on the video. Lifetime lift goal. Lift you would like to get to one day. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really plan ahead ever, but if I took a 700-pound ox lift in any fashion, that'd be pretty fucking awesome. On low handles, not like the high handle ones. That'd be pretty sweet. What's up, David? I left one. Trash is 295 bench. 234. How do I coach new people to deadlift? I make sure they learn how to hinge properly. Giving a cue, it depends on the person, honestly. You can assess pretty quickly how good someone's body control is just by like watching them warm up and stuff. So it really depends on the person. A lot of times we'll start with like thinking about sticking your butt back towards the wall behind you, and if they can't hinge that way, then we go from there. But yeah, I don't know what the fuck this game is about. Person with 2 usernames, I assume. Yeah, I own a gym in Norway. Very small private gym. Beginner program coming soon. Yep, I'm working on it. Can you do a muscle up? Try to do a weighted one. I did one. Oh, God, I blocked this fucking guy too. Jesus Christ. I haven't tried to do one in quite a long time though. Trevor, that'd be the gist of it. No, it won't be a 5-3-1 variation. Do you think Dr. Austin Baraki on his view of ashes on aches and pains? I can't read. I should get him out of here. Do you agree? I haven't seen it. Sorry. I tried a program once I get new beginnings to go through. Yeah, I said ashes. I have one contact and I can't really see very well. I don't want to if I ever have enough money for anything serious. That's why mine was very small. So I only had like a few squat racks and like just free weights mostly. So I kept it small, so I didn't need a whole lot of startup money. Like the machines and stuff would cost so much. Insurance too isn't cheap, but yeah. All right, 2 more minutes, dudes. Are good people. I don't know what that means. Are good people good? Is that the question? Yeah, the comments throughout. I think one of the funniest things, like 90% of the people there thought he was double overhanding that, which shows the knowledge of his audience. One day doing deadlifts, I heard some pops in my back. Have you ever experienced a similar thing? No. It's probably a side joint. Yeah, shit shouldn't pop. How many calories do you take in per day in protein? Let's see. How many calories do I eat? Right now, I am close to 5,000 a day. Like 4,500, I should say, but 4,500. Oh, God. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Amount of protein, I don't know. I have it written down somewhere. I eat the same exact shit every day for the most part. It's a decent amount. It's not crazy high in protein. I think a lot of people overeat protein, honestly. Yeah. Don't know, a deadlift just means you lift it from a dead stop off the floor. Kept lifting, built my deadlift starting from a very light weight. The pain went away within 7 days. Well, the pain went away, that's good. Probably just side joint. I've had once in a long time, doesn't hurt, it's nothing serious. Yeah, usually. Protein's overrated. Yeah, I think people just do think like they think that more protein equals more gains, and it really doesn't, to a point. I'm not like way too obsessed with it. I'm just like farting all day long for no reason. Yeah. Do you think 25% body fat is generally unhealthy? Depends on the person. If you don't move at all, yes. If you're an active person, probably not. Not the greatest, but no, I don't think that's significantly all that. It's not all that significant. 22 feel pretty good. Yeah, I'm sure you do. You're active. But yeah. Alright, you can truly you're getting time out too. I think you can put him in timeout. I think that's it's harsher than blocking him. Choose my little kid a little bit. I suppose you can still watch. You just can't comment though. I'm tired, guys. Didn't even go out last night. One more good question. I'm gonna get going, guys. Two. Let's get a quick workout. You know, go eat steak at my mom's place. And deleted it? Seriously? No way. He deleted my comment. That's hilarious. But then I saw a video and it was horrible 2 years ago. I haven't seen him do 315. Someone said he did 325 in the competition, but I could never find it. Have you ever had an idea to invent gym equipment? Oh, for sure. All so much gym equipment is shitty. Just a little modification to be so much better. Oh shit. Give me a tip for making out on the squat, like hitting all three. I don't know. Preview of your beginner program. So it's maybe mostly like aimed towards. It's not gonna be like a super specific program necessarily. It's not gonna be like, you know, do this day. There'll be more like tips and stuff like, okay, get good at this lift first before you move on to this lift. Get good at this lift first before you move on to this lift. So I've made a video about the hierarchy of exercises. So like that's gonna be on there. Stuff like that, basically. There'll be some numbers you should, like percentages you should be lifting at and whatnot, but it's not going to be the most. It's more informational than it is like a program, really. So, I guess that's the best preview I can get. Watching the Norton video, Stuart McGill said instead of stretching to strengthen the opposing muscle group. What are your thoughts? That definitely helps. I think mobility work's important too, though. Why do you feel people don't do much decline bench? It's the same thing, just better for the shoulders, in my opinion, and it does increase the rate of bench too. I just max on regular flat. I don't know. I think a lot of people are like do a lot of incline. It's so rare to people do decline. Might be just access to equipment, but I think it's great for muscular development, especially. Like if you're trying to work your pecs, decline's gonna work it harder. Save your shoulders. I think, yeah, that's weird. I think more and more people should really do them. But chicken and McDouble. No, the program will. I think it'll be free. In my opinion, things that are for just general public and aren't specific programs should not be paid for. That's just for me, at least. I'd feel bad releasing something that would cost money. That's just a general program. If a specific thing like written for a person, yeah, you're fucking paying for it. But yeah, it'll be free. Using Athlete X, I think his videos are kind of bullshit. I don't think his advice is particularly bad, but it's just like, it's more like, don't do this before you do this. Bullshit. Sick of. Get this clickbait. Yeah, double core power is not.